Okay, team, I've got my lumberjack look going for you today, so I figured I might as well be in the trees. Jackson? Green. There's green. Checking the chat. And we all know that I am terrible at. Okay, I think we have most everyone here. Let's start going over our agenda. Today we have a warm-up. What is one thing you want to do on vacation? And you can put that in the chat. Somebody said no homework. I actually am in agreement with that, and I will describe our strategy a little later. Okay, we have a whole new set of projects coming up. So they are going to be fun, and the next one could be due in a week or after vacation. And I think it makes more sense to make it due in a week right before vacation. We'll spend most of next class working on the projects. You can ask questions and stuff. So hopefully we'll have them all done. And I'll have ample time for you to get them done. Okay, this is going to be an interesting new project. You'll see. Okay, so you can start putting, look, relax. Put any ideas of one thing that you really want to do on vacation in the chat. We'll go over that as our team builder. Today, we're doing week 5 terms quiz, core technologies, and biotechnology. We are going to be spending the next 5 weeks looking at and studying the core technologies. These are the 9 technologies that in theory are a part of any technology that you create, okay? So what is due? In theory tomorrow, this is because, or no, day after tomorrow, is our Unit 3 assignment, Components of a System. That is so that it is in the next marking period, okay? So focus on what's due for this marking period. If you haven't gotten something in, again, I have to do my grades today, so whatever I can see when I'm looking will be great. 1218 is the vocab quiz. So for next class, you're going to do your vocabulary quiz for core technologies and biotechnology, just like normal. For the 22nd, which is right before we go on vacation, 23rd, I believe, is a Wednesday check-in day, and then you're on vacation. Is our Unit 4A assignment, Haunted House / Dream House Biotechnology. Let me read our goal, and I will describe a little better what that is all about. You will be examining the 9 core technologies, their applications and integration into technologies, starting with biotechnology. You will understand the scope and expectations for execution of our new series of Haunted House / Dream House projects. Okay, so the way our project was set up, and this occurred to me last night while I was going through things, our project was going to be spending 5 separate projects creating slides about different core technologies inside of a haunted house. So the idea is that you will be looking for on the internet, I just search backgrounds for haunted houses. Backgrounds, you know, interior haunted houses, exterior haunted houses, those kinds of things. I will show you some examples that I have. So what occurred to me as I was doing this, as some of the images, the haunted house are kind of icky and stuff, but that's why they're haunted houses, um, that we could also make this assignment, instead of a haunted house, your dream house or your ideal house. So I will go through this in greater detail after the presentation, but the idea is you'll either be finding backplates of a haunted house and identifying elements of a technology that are in there, or finding pictures of what you think is the most beautiful house in the world and showing me where the technology is. A lot of these are not going to be visible. They are going to be things you imagine, like television that rises up out of the counter, electronic technology, jacuzzi that fills with beer. These kinds of things, you're just going to imagine what's going to make it the best ever. You'll see, we'll go through the instructions. It'll all make sense. But I think the idea is we're going to be highlighting these technologies either in a haunted house or in your dream house. And I think that opens this up to being more creative and appealing to more of you so that you're working on something that seems cool and interesting. I really want this work to be engaging and fun. I don't want you to feel that this is just a course that you really don't want to do, all right? So let's get into it. Let's look at some of our responses for what people want to do on vacation. Seems like a lot of relaxing. I know somebody said they would like to not be doing homework on vacation. So I think we're going to work on that by having our assignment due the day before vacation, and we won't have anything over vacation. Brooklyn seems to agree. Julie agrees that relaxing. Dream Miller says sleep. Just sleep. Get better at solitaire. Who knew that that was what Jeremiah likes to do in his off hours? Brooke wants 8 hours of sleep. I hate to ask, are you guys playing games late at night? I have found my 12-year-old up at 1:30 in the morning playing away with his friends. It is sad that that's about as much camaraderie and teamwork as you can do these days with your friends, is to be in a video game. I'm sorry about that. Everyone seems a little tired and frazzled. Sleep. I'm not sure what NSSI hours are, but I'm sure Nestor could tell me. I'm guessing that's some sort of service hours. Oh, I know, those are for school. Those are your community service hours. Yes, community hours. If you're any good at computer programming, Nestor, I can get you a job at Churchill tutoring kids. They give you hours too. Okay, so that is a really interesting window. Everybody seems a little exhausted. I totally agree with you. I have been working my hardest to prepare and be ready for everything, but I have 2 boys in school. I have one that's in hybrid, one that's not. I have all of you to take care of. I have the interims. I'm tired too, but I am looking forward to, I am going to build a little wall around my garden. That is my big thing. And my wife is giving me the stones to build my wall around my little garden. And my son is giving me a butterfly garden to plant. So that is what I am looking forward to doing this vacation. Okay, let's get to it. We've got a sort of a pretty interesting lecture here. Core technologies and their applications, all right? So the core technologies identified in the Maryland Curricular Guidelines can be defined as the basic building blocks from which all technology systems are created. So that is an easy, fine definition for you for core technologies. The basic building blocks from which all technology systems are created. You'll see we have a few more expansive definitions. Write that down. The quiz is due in 3 days. If you write this down now, you got 1 question done. Core technologies. The real reason you need to know math and science. Not a definition, but a fact. So this is saying that the core technologies are all sort of STEM-based technologies. So you really need your math and science understanding to get in there and be able to work in these fields. The 9 core technologies include the following: mechanical technology, electrical technology, electronic technology, structural technology, fluid technology, optical technology, thermal technology, biotechnology, and materials technology. Okay? 9 core technologies. Just for fun, can anyone guess in the chat or sing out, what do you think the difference between electrical technology and electronic technology is? Anybody? I think we're going to look this up once we get done with the lecture. As far as I can tell, electrical technology may have to do with the routing and working with power supplies, like electrical high tension wires, electrical generation, distribution, those kinds of things, where electronic technology is technology that involves electronics, like your iPhone, your microwave, your CD player, those kinds of things. Let's find out, because that's the only one that seems very confusing. Why are there 2 such similar categories of technology? Instruction on the core technologies will provide you with an understanding of all their similarities. So, all 9 core technologies have common components that overlap. Basic systems design. Their systems, no matter what the technology, come in 2 forms: open systems, open loop systems, closed loop systems. The closed loop systems have simple controls, or open loop for that matter. System performance evaluation, ways that you can tell how the system is working. Science concepts applied. This system has been optimized using science and technology to try and create the best system possible. Mathematics application to measure, analyze, describe, and predict. You remember, I say I have a PMP certification. That is a project management professional. One of the things they taught me as I was getting my cert is, how do you estimate whether you are behind schedule, on schedule, or ahead of schedule, behind on your budget, on budget, or over budget? There are formulas that you use to predict those things. You have the number of days your project is, what the overall budget is, and what has been accomplished so far. Between those, you can calculate where you are in the process. So safety practices for interacting with technology systems. Those are things that you think about in your quality control, in your, what am I thinking? Risk management. You don't want your product to behave in a way other than what you describe. You don't want your, if you're creating a crib for toddlers, you don't want it to kill children by mistake. That is an issue with a lot of sleeping cribs that had sides that folded down. You need safety practices for interacting with technology systems. Driving question. We think this is about driving? No. What is it that you need to know about the core technologies to be academically successful? Okay, I find that a very strange question, but when I apply it to our projects, it makes a lot more sense. What is it you need to know about the core technologies to make your projects academically successful, to get a good grade? The answer is be able to accurately locate a core technology in a technological system and justify that you correctly ID'd it as a particular core technology. Explain why you're saying this is an electrical technology. Explain why this is a materials technology. Okay? Here are our building blocks. One of the things you're going to need to do on your project is the second slide is going to need to list the 9 core technologies with a brief explanation. It's going to be brief because that's a lot for one slide. But this is what the slide will look like. It's just going to have all these different technologies, okay? See, they have them on the shelf. All right. This is exactly what we went over before. I'm not quite sure why that's there. Well, actually, let me. Okay. Derivation and application of technology systems. Okay. This is about who works on what and what do these systems comprise? What are they a part of? So we start with technology career teams. So technology careers typically include engineering, being a technologist, being a technician, or a craft person, a person who creates the fine aspects of a project. They combine the 9 core technologies into their projects: mechanical, structural, fluid, electrical, electronics, optical, thermal, bio, and materials. 9 core technologies. To produce technology systems such as, these are all systems: cars, telephone systems, water filters, highway systems, telescopes, drill presses, exercise equipment, CD players, X-ray machines, computers, microwave ovens, lawnmowers, furnaces, refrigerators. All of these are things that engineers, technologists, technicians, and craft people produce utilizing the 9 core technologies. Those inventions support these human enterprises and institutions. They support manufacturing, construction, transportation, communication, health and medicine, agriculture, energy, recreation, finance, commerce, law enforcement, public safety, military, education, hospitality, government, personal services, family, and household. Okay, here's a challenge to you. I believe that list covers just about everything in our technological world. Can anyone think of another name to add to that list? A human enterprise or institution that is supported by that list of technologies. As far as I can tell, we have covered almost every aspect of human interaction. Anybody have any ideas? They're so wide ranging. I like that. Okay, we're reviewing technology systems. A technology system is a human designed arrangement of materials, devices, structures, information, and energy working together. So we went over this last time. Jeremiah helped us out and let us know that a technology system, a Formula One race car, is doing what to solve problems and extend human capabilities. We agreed that it was the wanna go fast instinct that humans have. Humans love speed. So how can we go as fast as possible on the ground? Build yourself a Formula One car. That is one way. If you want to drive over 200 miles an hour, that's a great way to do it. Now, this system has materials: fiberglass, metal, plastic, structures, style of vehicle, energy, the engine and the gasoline, information, vehicle computer systems, and devices, tires, wheels, telemetry, all that good stuff. So the technology system model is the idea that you are inputting a need or desire. The process is combining resources to create a technology system that is going to fulfill that need or desire that was input. So here I input wanna go fast. We created a Formula One car, a technology system by combining all those resources, and lo and behold, I can go really fast. So a technology system is a human designed arrangement of materials, devices, structures, information, and energy working together to solve problems and extend human capabilities. Okay, this is what our projects are going to look like. It is this idea of a photo that we find, and we are going to identify our technological systems in this photo. Or if you are not seeing the system that you want in your dream home, you can put an arrow to the ceiling and say, TV descends out of ceiling, electrical system powered by electricity and remote control. Okay? So here we have, let's say this is our dream home. Energy is going into lighting, lighting this dish, this light here, this under counter lighting, all these little spots in the ceiling. Devices, oven, refrigerator, etc. Those are all readily available. Materials, marble in the countertops, metal in the seats, plastic in the chair backs. Information, there are digital electronic systems in the oven's readout. Okay, there's probably a digital phone over here. This could be a data port or something. I have one on my thing for charging my phones. These are the kinds of things that we are going to be making with our project. Ideally, we're only going to be looking at one technology innovation at a time, so that you'll have space on your slide to describe it in a little detail. But this is the idea. You're just going to be looking at a backplate or a photo of a house or a haunted house, identifying, we are doing these one at a time. This one has, 5 different technologies on it. Ours are only going to have one technology, and we're going to do 6 slides showing the house. Each slide is a different piece of technology in the house, okay? So biotechnology, hint, alive or once living. Everything that has been alive can be considered a part of biotechnology. All right, we have bacteria, also organisms, substances, genes, cancer, medical, drugs, inserting, living, process, all sorts of good biotech words. Our description, biotechnology, a technology system of using, adapting, and altering organisms and biological processes for a desired outcome. That's a relatively good, simple definition. I've got a couple of them you can choose from. Applications, stain-eating enzymes in detergent, bacteria leaching of metals from ore, altering plant genes to produce better crops. Usually, they are not injecting tomatoes like this is showing. They are doing some sort of gene splicing to try and create a better breed of tomato, like one that tastes good but ships well. The problem with tomatoes is they go bad. So delicious tomatoes tend to be very soft and delicate. They don't ship well. So nice, tough tomatoes that ship well tend not to be very flavorful. So stain-eating enzymes, those are in detergents. Those can be created through biotechnology. Some metals, like gold, uses cyanide to leach the gold out of the ore. You need to expose it to cyanide, and that creates a compound that gets the gold out of the ore into a solution where you can then reduce that to get your elemental gold. Instead of using something like cyanide that's incredibly poisonous and dangerous to work with, the idea is biotechnologists have created bacteria that can do a similar role in leaching metals from ore, okay? Plant genes are basically CRISPR typically these days. The idea that we can actually alter the genetic sequence of a plant's genes. What is biotechnology? Biotechnology is a science-driven industry sector that makes use of living organisms and molecular biology to produce healthcare-related products and therapeutics, or to run processes such as DNA fingerprinting. Biotechnology is best known for its increasingly important role in the fields of medicine and pharmaceuticals, and is also applied in other areas such as genomics, food production, and the production of biofuels. Here's a little simpler definition. Biotechnology, at its simplest, biotechnology is technology based on biology. Biotechnology harnesses cellular and biomolecular processes to develop technologies and products that help improve our lives and the health of our planet. That is one thing I know. I believe they invented for the Exxon Valdez spill, that they invented some special, also probably the Deepwater Horizon in the Gulf. The Exxon Valdez was before that, but the idea of bacteria that is engineered to break down crude oil. I think you worry that it's going to get into your fuel supply or something, but the idea was these oil spills were so damaging that to have a natural element that could break it down over time would be a real asset. So they created some bacteria that could break down oil. Okay, what are we looking here? The upper left corner is some very strange stuff. These are broccolinis. Not broccolini, but broccoflower. So it's a combination of broccoli and cauliflower, and it comes in purple, green, and white. How about an orange that has a kiwi inside it? I've never seen that. I've never seen an apple with a green orange inside it. I don't believe they exist. But biotech can help us make crops stronger against pests, create more drought resistant or drought tolerant crops. We can create medicines from the molecules in vegetable matter. These may be genetically enhanced fish. This is a attack enzyme power, a washing machine detergent that has enzymes that clean stains. And this is just a weird idea that American cows are so much better at producing milk that they're actually less polluting. That it says more milk produced per cow equals less methane and waste. Each cow probably produces a certain amount of methane and waste. So the more cows, the more methane. What this is saying is that a US cow can produce 22,248 pounds of milk a year. That seems outrageous. So 365 goes into that about 3 times 22. Can't be right. That's saying that they're making like 80 pounds of milk a day. So that seems suspect. They are saying Mexican cows make 10,000 pounds per year. So you need 2 Mexican cows to equal an American cow. And then Indian cows only give 2,500 pounds of milk a year. So you would need, what is that? 10 Indian cows to equal the output of one American cow. I've never heard of cow nationalism, but there we are. Our cows are better. Okay, we've already looked at this. The core technologies are the basis of how humans use science and mathematic content that supports the activities of your day-to-day and future life. These technologies bridge between science concepts and real-world technology. They provide numerous opportunities to describe, analyze, and predict physical phenomena using mathematics. So you're using calculations to do this. Core technologies are considered the basic building blocks from which all technology systems are created. That's a good definition for your core technologies. Core technologies are considered the basic building blocks from which all technology systems are created. There are 9 core technologies: mechanical technology, electrical technology, electronic technology, structural technology, fluid technology, optical technology, thermal technology, biotechnology, and materials technology. Technology systems can be small or large, simple or complex. The core technologies are the bridge between science concepts and real-world technology. They provide numerous opportunities to describe, analyze, and predict physical phenomena using mathematics. Okay, that is it. We are done. All right, so we have about 20 minutes plus to introduce you to our next project, all right? Does anyone have any questions about the core technologies or what biotechnology is, how you're going to define it? This one's pretty good for biotech. A technology system using, adapting, and altering, I would say, living organisms and biological processes for a desired outcome. Okay? I think this one is fairly good. Biotechnology is technology based on biology. Biotechnology harnesses cellular and biomolecular processes to develop technologies and products that help improve our lives and the health of our planet. All right, let me get out of here. All right, now we are going to look at our fabulous project. Okay, so as I was describing, it was just a haunted house, but now I am making this a haunted house or dream house presentation. You probably shouldn't swap back and forth in between. So I would like you to have a full haunted house or a full dream house. In this assignment, our first one is only 20 points. We're only looking at biotechnology. In this assignment, you will create a virtual haunted house or dream house and apply all 9 core technologies into the design. The haunted or dream house will be designed over 5 weeks plus with 5 separate presentations. The 9 core technologies will be phased into it in 5 steps done over time. Each core technology will require 5 different applications in the design. Excuse me. Your research will detail a spooky / dream house slide backdrop, a haunted house theme. So these are, in theory, some slides you could use. I think we want to be using our haunted house slides. I don't feel these are really helping our project. These are just presentation slides that you could be using to put your images on or write your descriptions on or something. Poor little dog. All right. Okay. The core technology focus of the week will follow the timelines and vocabulary terms listed in the Haunted House Dream House core technology focus table seen below. Respond by creating a slideshow presentation each week, units 4A through 4E. Follow the details of what is to be placed on each slide in the sample format list. Prepare the presentation using a slide maker such as Google Slides or PowerPoint to present your research. Be sure to use reliable and valid resources and properly cite your sources at the end of the slideshow, if required to do so. Yes, you are required to do so. We are tightening our standards. Pay special attention to the directions. Follow instructions for uploading your assignment to your class. Okay, so these are going to be the projects. We have a 4A, B, C, D, and E, 5 of them. 4A is only worth 20 points because it has only biotechnology in it. You are going to do a little something for those core technologies. Remember I showed you that slide with all 9 of them? Slide the sample format list. This is what it was talking about up here. Follow the details of what is to be placed on each slide on the sample format list. Slide 1, slide title, Haunted Mansion or Dream House Core Technologies. The unit number and your name. Slide 2 will be title and describe the 9 core technologies. So you're going to create a slide like that one I showed you with the 9 core technologies, but you need to title them with the name, like electrical technology, and describe them. All right. Slide 3, place on it the core technology of focus and then define it. So for this one, it's going to be biotechnology. It could just be that last slide in that presentation. Slide 4. This is our first slide of the real project. Place on it a picture and the first application of that core technology. Excuse me, and justify it. I'm sorry, I'm so yawny. Slide 5 is the second application, the third application, the fourth application, and the fifth application. Okay, with only one thing to look at, biotech, our slideshow is going to probably be about 9 slides long. You've got the intro slides, you've got the 5 applications, and then we'll probably have one with our annotations on it. So each slide is only going to highlight one application of technology, all right? You're going to have 5 slides, each showing an application of, for our first project, biotechnology. If we're looking at biotechnology, biotechnology is not just gene splicing. It is basically anything that is living, because anything that is living could be used to create a new vaccine or have some incredible molecule in it that we will discover. We may not know it now, but we may discover in 15 years that grapefruits have the secret to longevity in them, okay? So you're only going to be showing one aspect of the technology per slide. Every slide present, the last slide, always works cited page, required. Repeat sequence of slides 3 to 8 for the next core technology. Last slide always is works cited, okay? So when you have 2 core technologies, you're just going to repeat the sequence of 3 to 8, okay? 3 is the name of the core technology, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the 5 applications. Here is the rubric. Slide 1, comprehensive list of required or important information. Slide 2, full documentation of the 9 core technologies with a solid description. Slides 3 and 10, comprehensive list of a core technology, a solid definition and justification. Slides 4 through 8 and 11 through 15, comprehensive listing of core technology application with solid justification and pictures showing where the technology is, what it is doing. Research sources, slides 9 or 16, proper documentation of sources for the information presented using proper APA citations. I will go over that again next class. Outstanding choice and design for haunted house, dream house theme. Bravo. All right. So that is what our project is going to look like. Does anyone have any basic questions? Anybody questions about the project? 1 second and let me just look up for fun. Difference between electrical technology and what is it? What are our names? No. Where is my list? There it is. It is electronics technology. That's what I'm looking for. Electrical technology and electronics technology. Just see what this is. The major difference between the electrical and electronic devices is the electrical devices convert electrical energy into other forms of energy like heat, light, sound, whereas electronic devices control the flow of electrons for performing the particular task. Okay, that is a great definition. The major difference between electrical and electronic devices is that electrical devices convert electrical energy into the other form of energy, like heat, light, sound, etc. Whereas the electronic device controls the flow of electrons for performing the particular task. Okay. I'm going to use my fabulous random caller and see if we have comprehension. I know this is a little tricky. Oh, come on. Yeah. My stupid caller, sorry, did not insult my caller, is free, and so it's always sending me to some ad instead. Is on here? On show? I don't think he is. Nestor Ambrosio Perez. Can you tell me what an electrical device would be? Can you name one electrical device? This is a device that converts energy, electricity into heat, light, sound, or something like that. Can you think of an electrical technology device? Nestor? Any ideas? I have a good one. Mectis, can you think of what an electrical device might be?
Maybe like
It's taking electricity and generating heat, light, sound, or something like that.
like the thermometer.
Uh, let's see. Yes, I think so. I was thinking something simpler, just the idea of a boombox.
Okay, yeah.
You know, a stereo is an electrical device.
Mhm.
I plug it into the wall, it outputs sound. It is not outputting electricity. Okay, so I'm going to stick with you. Can you think of an example of an electronic device that controls the flow of electrons for performing a particular task? Something that would control electrons. I'm thinking of lighting myself. Any ideas?
The light switch.
A light switch, I thought particularly a light switch with a dimmer
Yeah.
would be an electronic device, because the dimmer is literally increasing or decreasing the flow of electrons through that power line to my bulb. A classic tungsten bulb is just a piece of metal, and the more electrons you send through it, the hotter it's going to get, because there's a lot of resistance in that little filament, and that makes it get hot and glow. Okay, so now we have an idea of what the difference between electrical technology is. So an electrical technology would be things like your stereo, your iPhone, your computer. That is taking electricity and transforming it into something else, into heat, light, sound, etc. Whereas an electronic device is controlling the flow of electrons. So it's controlling the wattage, how many electrons are flowing down the wire. All right, it's not the easiest thing to understand, but that will help us. Okay, so back to our fabulous dream house. I'm going to show us, I think that my fabulous thing will work. Here are some ideas. Okay, so let's go first. I just want to show again for a moment this idea. This idea of we're going to have a picture and we're going to be identifying items. We're going to be explaining what core technology they are. All right. Now, let me go in. This is my haunted house example. Okay, I made this myself doing this. So what I did was I just searched haunted house backgrounds or backplates. And I looked for haunted house interior backplates, haunted house exterior backplates. I'll show you some of what I found. So this is a cool, weird, old haunted house, right? All I did was dream up what are examples of these different technologies in here. So electrical technology, lighting, chandelier and ceiling light, materials technology. Somehow they created these images on the organ pipes. That would be material technology. Electrical technology. There is a pump pumping air for the organ. Materials technology. The way this wood has been cut to create a parquet floor. Floors that look like multiple squares are called parquet floors. Typically, it's done by reversing by 90 degrees the grain of the wood, and that's what makes it look so warm and beautiful. Okay, so this could also be my dream house, right? If this was how I wanted my dream house to look, these could be, but for our project, we're not identifying multiple technologies. We are just identifying one per slide. So let me show you my slide that I came up with for that. So this would just be pressure sensor ceiling drop. All right, so in this picture, this could be one of my slides. This is a little brief. I want you to be more verbose in your explanations, but the idea is there is a pressure sensor under this piece of the parquet floor. It is electrical technology. The pressure sensor is wired to this ceiling panel. When the sensor feels pressure, it releases a catch on this ceiling panel, and this whole panel drops on the person standing on the square and squishes them flat. So that is one example of electronic technology in my haunted house. I could use the same slide again and talk about the lights or the chandelier. That could be my second slide. I could talk about this light as one. I could talk about this. 2 lights seems a little boring, but I could say the organ is using electrical technology because it is using electricity to blow air to drive the organ, okay? It is not restricting the flow of electrons. It is letting it go, but it is using those electrons to compress air into the organ pipes. So we would have our title slide, we would have our 9 technologies, and then we would have 5 individual slides for this one illustrating biotechnology. Let's look at some of these other slides I have. Okay. Backdrops. Okay, I don't think you're seeing this. Let me stop share. Start share. Seemingly it works. Okay, so this is just a haunted house backdrop that I found, all right? But it has, incredible materials in it. Its lighting is not electrical, but maybe, this candlestick, if I push it one way, it opens a trap door through an electronic actuator, something like that. This has electronics. Maybe there's a hidden panel in here. Is there something behind the fireplace? These look like a lot of track lights. That's electronic application. Is there a trap door in the floor, in the ceiling? Is there a smoke maker to fill the room with smoke when someone walks in? These are the kinds of questions. We're looking for. Hang on, somehow I've gotten out of where I want to be. Aha, okay. Okay, here's one. There's a lot going on in here. This is sort of a real photo of what was a fake photo in the other one. You've got these, knights. What the heck are they doing? Giant candelabra, a clock, electric lights, things that could be secret passages, places we could put traps or, things like that. All right. Can someone tell me something that would be biotechnology in this shot? If I'm using this as my backplate, what could I label as biotechnology? Oh, are you not seeing? Hang on, somebody's saying they're not seeing. Ideally, I'm showing you these backplates. Brooklyn, can you see this? Oh, come on, Jeremiah. Lady Gaga is not Satan. We all know that Satan is a blazer. I don't think Lady Gaga went to Blair. Okay, so what could we label as biotechnology? in this image? Any ideas? Basically anything that is living. Any living material can be labeled as biotechnology. Okay, so the grasses, the trees, the vines, the woman could be biotechnology. Maybe she was cloned. You know, easy thing. Mad doctor's clone daughter, biotechnology. Great example. Okay, so this is how I want you to have fun with this. Use your imagination. Think up wild scenarios. Make this cool. Apparently, the teacher who does this, his students are known throughout the county for the quality of their haunted houses, but they do these in like Maya or 3D stuff, which we can't. So he was wondering how these are going to turn out. Okay. You know, these crazy guys, what are they? Are they the product of biotechnology? Possibly. If we say that he's a zombie and has been turned into a zombie by using curare, here's another just sort of bizarre haunted house. Is there a trap door in these stairs? Do they all fold, drop down and fold flat so that you slide into the basement where there's a chamber of horrors? I don't know. You tell me. Biotech, the trees, the grass, the wood in the rails, those kinds of things. Mad scientist, okay? We certainly have a lot of electric and electrical technology here. I would say this thing is controlling the number of electrons. We can say that's electric technology. And this one is electrical technology. But, Frankenstein, what did you do? Let's see. Oh, I've got some good ones. This is a weird image you could put something on. I'm trying to get to, oh, here we go. I'm sorry, these are all sort of 50s, 60s mad scientist comic books. And they are all a little suggestive in terms of who is being under the control of the mad scientist. Is this biotechnology? Is he turning her into a zombie using recombinant DNA techniques? What else? What's in these things? Something wonderful. Use your imagination. Oh, the mad doctor doesn't trip. How about this? This is a real shot of a haunted house. What could be happening here? There is a sensor here that cues the actor to jump out at them. Oh, shoot, we're done. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. Class is over, but that's the idea of what we're going to be doing, okay? So take a look at this stuff and try and have a little fun with it, okay? So sorry to go long. Thank you so much. You are all done.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
If anyone is in danger of failing, please get me a vocab quiz right now. Jeremiah, Foster, can I help you? Ililta?
No, thank you.
Okay, Chanel, sorry. I always end up reading the first name because they're up there.
Oh, no, that's fine.
You're the best. Jeremiah, can I help you?
Have a good day.
You bet. Bye, Chanel.
Bye.
Jeremiah? Okay, we can do a vocab test right now. No, he's running away.